Welcome to another episode of the CERP 10 for 10 interview series. My name is Rebecca Idowin, and I am a scientist at ChromaDex, where I help manage the External Research Program known as CERP. Today, we have the pleasure of meeting with Dr. Eija Pirinen, who is an associate professor at the University of Oulu. Greetings, Dr. Pirinen. Could you please tell us about yourself and a little about your research interests?
Yes, it's my great pleasure. So I'm currently working as an associate professor in molecular medicine at the University of Oulu and also as a university researcher at the University of Helsinki. And my lab is interested in understanding molecular mechanisms behind mitochondrial dysfunction and metabolic disturbances in obesity and in metabolic diseases. And also our aim is to develop pharmacological treatment options to restore mitochondrial function and metabolic homeostasis in obesity and its related metabolic diseases. But our special interest is whether NAD deficiency contributes to the disease progression and pathogenesis of obesity and its related metabolic diseases. And we also investigate whether NAD boosters have therapeutic potential in metabolic diseases in humans.
Very interesting. Could you tell us a little bit or describe your published or developing research using Niagen, ChromaDex's patented nicotinamide riboside chloride, and then why is this research important?
So we have used nicotinamide riboside in our clinical trial, which was published recently in Science Advances at the beginning of this year. Actually, it was published. And in this clinical trial, we supplemented BMI discordant twin pairs with nicotinamide riboside for 5 months with a dose of 1 gram per day. And we observed that long-term nicotinamide riboside supplementation increased blood NAD levels and muscle mitochondria content, and it also improved gut microbiota composition. And interestingly, the beneficial effect of NR was similar both in leaner co-twins and heavier co-twins. And I would like to highlight that in this clinical trial, we demonstrated for the first time that long-term nicotinamide riboside supplementation can increase muscle mitochondria biogenesis. And this finding was really fascinating and important as it really confirmed that it's worth continuing to study the impact of nicotinamide riboside on muscle mitochondria dysfunction in humans.
Very interesting. And your research was wonderful to read. From your perspective, why is NAD important to health?
Based on my own studies, I think NAD is important to health because NAD is crucial molecule for muscle mitochondria and muscle performance. So we noticed, for example, that muscle NAD deficiency contributes to the disease progression in muscle myopathy, mitochondrial myopathy patients. And these patients have a disease which is caused by mitochondrial dysfunction, and it's characterized by progressive muscle weakness and exercise intolerance. And the fact that NAD precursor niacin restored muscle NAD levels and improved muscle performance and muscle mitochondria function really underscores that NAD is important molecule for muscle health.
Awesome. Pivoting just a little bit from that, do you have any advice for junior scientists looking to conduct NAD or NAD precursor research?
This is a good question. So I would at least advise junior scientists to actively read NAD-related literature and follow the top scientists in the field on social media. And one advice could be that surround yourself with other junior scientists interested in NAD and apply for positions in the top labs doing NAD-related science. And I would encourage all junior scientists to really join the NAD community and study NAD precursors in different cell types and different human cohorts and in different disease conditions, because we are still lacking information how these NAD precursors affect different cell types and how they are affecting in different disease conditions. So there are still many open questions. So I welcome all junior scientists to the NAD community.
That's amazing. That's so very welcoming. And then lastly, how has being an investigator in the ChromaDex External Research Program, or CERP as we like to call it, been helpful to your research and network?
It has been helpful in many ways. First of all, it has provided access to high quality research material for free, and it has allowed us to communicate with other scientists running preclinical and clinical trials with nicotinamide riboside. And we have been able to learn from other scientists' findings, unpublished findings, and from their mistakes, and adjust our study plans. And overall, I have really appreciated the overall feedback from the CRP on our study plans and manuscripts and interpretation of our results. So it has been really valuable help for us.
Thank you. And we've enjoyed working with you and enjoyed looking forward to working with you more in the future as well.
Yes, well.
Thank you for your time and hope you have a wonderful day.
You too. Have a nice day indeed.